I want to show you everything else that I picked up in the sale. It is once again enough for a full face, so let's get into the video. We're going to start with the RHODE Peptide Glazing Fluid. It's been a while since I've done my skincare. It is getting colder. I've got the heat on in my house. My skin is feeling a little dehydrated lately, and they changed the packaging on this. It's now this airtight container. I've owned this several times in the past, and I stopped buying it because the packaging fails like halfway through. You couldn't get the rest of the product out. And I didn't like trying to dump it out. Like, it's just too much work for me. So I stopped buying it. I noticed that they'd revamped some of their packaging and was hoping that that packaging was revamped, and it was. It's just a very hydrating, easy to use serum that is nourishing, but it doesn't pill. It doesn't really do anything out of the ordinary. It's just a moisturizing serum that is incredibly lightweight. I'm also going to go in with my DANESSA MYRICKS Yummy Skin Serum Primer. I mentioned this in my SePhOrA recommendations. I think it's such a nice, hydrating, glowy primer. Mentioned in my recommendations video that I loved the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, but they didn't have a shade that like super matched me perfectly. DeVille was my closest shade match, but have since expanded the shade range, and they have a shade called Bruges, which is shade 3.75. I have to say that it is a nice match. I wish it were a little bit lighter. It's slightly lighter than DeVille, much more yellow. I wish it were, you know, a little less saturated. One pump. Blend this out with a beauty blender. Thing I picked up is the M.PH. Now, I do not plan to use this for underpainting. Please don't be mad at me. It's just underpainting is not something that I feel necessary for me, because I tried underpainting. When I put foundation on top of it, it either mixes with it and deepens my foundation or covers it completely. So I plan to use this as like a face palette. Cream contour, cream bronzer, cream color corrector, just on top of my foundation or in place of foundation. So here are the shades in this palette. I'm going into this light peachy shade just under my eyes. Now I'm going to go into the lightest highlight shade, and I'm going to take it like in the center of my forehead, on my chin, you know, just in places that I want to really highlight. Right here, corners of my nose here where it gets really dark. Also going to go in with this shade kind of right in this area where you can get some darkness, or where I can. I'm going to do a touch of contour with the Tati SP3. This is like a pretty small contour brush, which is perfect for fitting in these tiny pans. So I'm just going to do just a little bit of light contouring, very lightly. I'm going to go along the jaw a little bit, just lightly. I want to do a touch of this warm shade just to act as a bronzer. See if this palette is going to work the way that I want it to work for me. You don't always have to use things in the way that they were intended, like make your makeup work for you. Okay, that works perfectly for how I intend to use it. This is 0.42 ounces total. Using it like this on top of foundation to color correct, to contour, to bronze, I think it's excellent. We'll see how it wears, and we'll see how it looks when everything is on my face. But first impressions of that, using it how I would use it, are solid. I'm going to set the center of my face with my Gucci powder. I'm really liking the way the MYRICKS products look as bronzer slash contours, and even concealer. I used it as a concealer and I think it looks pretty nice. So we'll set everything and see if that changes. I am using my Tati EX3 to set my face. I love this for powder. These brushes are so good. I'm just going to set the center of my face, under my eyes, and around my nose where we highlighted. I'm going to fill in my brows real quick with my Valentino Brow Trio. I mentioned this in my recommendations. I love this brow pencil. I think it's really, really nice. Another thing that I picked up that I thought might be fun is the Tarte Go with the Faux Freckle stamp. This is what that looks like. So my thought process here was I do have freckles, but when I put on my makeup, you can only see them very slightly. And so I wanted something to bring them back because I feel like it's a little more a natural look. I could be completely wrong. I know the faux freckle thing is a whole thing, but I just wanted to try something that I thought might look natural. And I think if you have freckles and your freckles show through in your makeup, it just looks like you're wearing less. I have two blushes. I have one of the Glossier Cloud Paint Plush blushes in the shade Gale. And then I also picked up the Gucci Rosy Beige. I love Gucci packaging. Gucci just really does their packaging right. It feels luxury. Look at that shade. That's so beautiful. And then the Glossier, you know, to be fair, you can almost get two of these for the price of one of these. So there's that. This is the Glossier blush. Oh, that feels incredible. Those are the two blushes. Oh, I love both of them. So this is the Gucci on top and the Glossier on bottom. They are such pretty shades, both of them. I can't decide which one that I want to use. I think we're going to do the Glossier and then top it with Rosy Beige. Rosy Beige is deeper, so we'll just do a little bit of that. So this is an SP2. I'm just going to tap this on. I'm going to clean off my brush and then we're going to go in with just a touch of Rosy Beige. For lips, I picked up a couple of things, and unfortunately, I accidentally bought two of the same lip liner. I got two of the M.PH Tease lip liners, and then one of the Anastasia lip liners in the shade Stormy. These are the two lip liners. They're very similar. This is Tease by M.PH, and this is Stormy by Anastasia. I would say Stormy has a bit more purple, and this is a bit more beigey brown. I picked up another Gucci lipstick. This shade just spoke to me. This is Matilda Sunrise in the satin lip color. Gucci packaging is just top tier. It's beautiful. Oh, and look at that shade. Oh my gosh. Here is Matilda Sunrise. It's a beautiful beigey nude. I think we're gonna go in with the M.PH lip liner. And we're going to go in with Matilda Beige. I had mentioned in my first SePhOrA haul that I picked up one eyeshadow quad, and it was the Tom Ford Olive Smoke. I've been interested in this since it released. I think that this is such a beautiful fall color story. I just think it's lovely. Those shades are so beautiful. I'm going to go in with a BK211, and I'm going to dip into the olive shade. I'm just going to start out here. I'm going to take a BK212 and go into this beautiful bronzy shade, blend this out. Taking that same shade and I'm going to tap it on the lid. I'm going to take an A504. I'm going to go into the gold shade on the inner portion of the lid. I'm going to go into the green. I'm using the little sponge tip. I find these pretty handy. And I'm just going to take it under the lash line. Tightline with my Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal. And then I picked up another product by Tom Ford. I picked up the eyeliner, the dual-ended eyeliner. Now, it has been a long time since I've used this eyeliner, but I have used it before. Back when it was $50. It's now over 60. Like, that's just crazy to me for an eyeliner, but it is dual-ended. It does last a really long time. So it has a brush on one end, felt tip on the other. The felt tip is really, really tiny. I'm not typically a fan of felt tips, but this one is so precise that I remember it working really well. So let's give it a go. So I kind of sketch the shape with the brush side. I'm going to fill in with the teeny tiny little felt tip. I love a fresh new eyeliner. This is as good as I remember it. We'll see how long it lasts. But since they no longer carry my NARS Climax eyeliner, and someone mentioned in my comments that they were discontinuing that one, I needed to find a new one. I remember really liking the Tom Ford. I picked up a mini of the Caliray Come Hell or High Water mascara. I've heard really good things about this mascara. And I feel like I've tried it at some point and wasn't impressed, but I wanted to give it a go. I didn't want to pick up a full size just in case I didn't like it. Let's see how it goes. Okay, the mascara isn't giving me what I want. I have wimpy lashes, though. My perspective on a mascara might be different than a lot of people's because I have really short, straight, stiff lashes. I'm going to go in with my KULFI and see if I can get any drama. Much better, much faster. I'll let you know how all of the things that I purchased during the sale are working for me, but let's go over what we put on today. Since I purchased 2 of the M.PH lip liners in the shade Tease and I only need 1, I would like to offer this to any of you, just a sneaky little giveaway here. If you've stayed with me this long and you are interested in this shade, the shade is again Tease. It's what's on my lips. Just comment below and then send me an email with your username and your address. You have to be okay sending an address so that I know where to mail this. I'm happy to gift this to anybody that wants it. I could just return it, but it's a fun little giveaway. If you like lip liner like me, then you might enjoy that. I do still have one of the Wonder Skin foundations in the shade Muse. If you're interested in that, let me know. Same rules apply. Just give me a comment. Tell me that you will be emailing me and then email me. I'll put my email address in the description below. So let's talk about these products. Starting with the RHODE Peptide Glazing Fluid. I love this. I think it's really a good product. I really do. It is a different pump than the old one, so I'm hopeful. The NARS Light Reflecting Foundation is a beautiful foundation. It's one of my favorites. It's less peachy than DeVille, less peachy pink, so I like that. I love the formula, and I do like that shade better for me than DeVille. The M.PH palette, like first impressions on this are really good. I love the way that it looks for contour and bronzer, and I like the way that it's sitting under my eyes. I did highlight certain areas of the face lightly with this, and I think it worked well for that. It doesn't look heavy on the skin. For the way that I intend to use it, I think it's gonna work just fine. I will use these and report back. I'm curious to see how they work, but I don't necessarily want to use them today because my eye look is pretty intense. There's not really much natural about what we've got going on today. I love both of the blushes. Feels like the Swede blushes. That shade in Gale. It's like a very warm rosewood. And then Rosy Beige is like a deeper rosewood. It's got a slight sheen to it. It doesn't look flat. This is like a go with anything shade. I'm very happy to have that one. I think it's going to be a beautiful shade for the fall. And the lip liners, they're so similar that I kind of regret getting both. Let's do the smudge test. They both smudge. It's a beautiful shade. I just don't need 2 of the same color, and they're so similar. The Anastasia might be a little bit deeper, but they're very, very close. Olive Smoke is a perfect description because it gives you a very smoky look. Almost wish the green were brighter. It's quite a deep smoky. I mean, it's a perfect shade description. They pretty much told me exactly what it was going to be. But when you look at it in swatches and online, I feel like, you know, different swatches made this look lighter and brighter. Like this, I thought this was going to be a champagne. This is like a true gold, deeper than my skin tone gold. Now that it's fall coming into winter, it feels like the perfect time for this color story. The formulas are so pretty. The shadows are so shimmery and smooth and silky, beautiful. The Tom Ford eyeliner, like so far so good. That went on super easy. It's smooth, it doesn't bleed, it doesn't pull, it doesn't crack. It's an excellent eyeliner formula. I will keep you posted on how long it lasts, especially for the price. This Gucci lipstick in Matilda Sunrise is so pretty. I'm so happy with this shade. Exactly what I hoped it would be. Gucci swatches are never really very good. You know, their online photography is more artistic than accurate to real life, but this is a beautiful shade. I don't plan to purchase anything else for the rest of the year. So for the rest of the year, it's just going to be playing with what I have. I'll do some get ready with me, shop my stash, like that kind of thing through the end of the year. Unless something spectacular drops, then you know I will get it. Like if a foundation comes out, I'm going to always try a foundation. So yeah, let me know what you picked up in the sale, if anything, or if you skipped it altogether. Let me know if we ended up with any of the same things and what you think about your purchases. I would love to hear from you. Just a reminder, things go on sale all the time. There's never really any urgency to buy makeup. There's always going to be something new coming out. There's always going to be another sale. I mean, we have Black Friday coming up. So if you skip the sale entirely, I hope that you don't have any FOMO, because there will be another sale very quickly, probably in the next week or so. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I will see you in the next one. Please take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.